Bouye jams it up the boards and through. Fluke cut off by Casorso. Fluke stays with that puck. Got it out to the high slot, but it's just Jones for Buffalo, leading it out to the neutral zone for Edney. Glides in from the left side. Here's Edney with a shot blocked off the leg of Greco. Behind the goal, it's Rachel Aid. Chips it back to herself in the corner. Knifed up the wall. Lewicki keeps it contained for Buffalo with 15:50 remaining in the second period. 1-0 Whale. The Buttes already with 3 shots on goal here in the second. As Emma Greco lobs that out of play, and that's a delay of game penalty on Connecticut.
Yeah. Now, penalties is also something that Roosler talked about. They've already given 2 power play opportunities to the Buffalo Buttes, and we've seen that the Buttes have come out really handling most of the possession. And so we see this again, just flicks that right out of play and in the box now.
It's like she heard footsteps and hurried a little bit to get that out. It was that glass. You have the high full panes of glass in the corner, and then it gets lower right along the wing, and that's where it went. Now here comes Beatty shorthanded for Connecticut. Pushes a shot that's steered away by Levier. And it is played in behind the net. Casorso to Scamora. Elia now handing to Accursi. Taylor Accursi in across the line for the Buttes. Back up to Scamora. To Accursi along the right wing side. Gap closed by Jordan Brickner. Kunichika in the corner. Lets the puck squirt past to Elio on the left side. 30 seconds gone to the penalty. Right side, Scamora, one-time blast, and Doyle blocked that down in front as the Whale chip it clear. Short-handed for Connecticut, it is Kelly Babstock playing keep away here against Haley Scamora in front of the Buttes bench. And Buffalo's Accursi skates it in across the line, picks it back up, dropped off to Kunichika, where it's promptly stripped by Amanda Bouye. Bouye played at St. Lawrence, a standout defender, very offensive there. Second-year assistant at Yale, and she has picked up her career right where she left off in college. But back the other way, here comes a pass to the left wing side for the streaking Jess Jones. Lob toward the corner. Roosler overskates it. Shiroka back with it to the right side. Out of the point for Edney. Left wing circle for Jones. Buffalo 0 for 2 on the power play. Down a goal here in the second. Edney pushing a wrister, and it was blocked by Fluke. Corrine Bowie in behind the net. Out to the half wall for Jones. Jones top of the circle shot. Sticked away. Good save by Rossman as that one got through a little bit of traffic. And now Shiroka back up top to Jones. To the right side. One-timer, Edney, they score! From the right wing side, Edney pushed a low shot that might have been tipped down low in front as Buffalo strikes on the power play. The goal belongs to Edney, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, and you see Roosler a little disappointed there, but basically that yawning net on the far side. See that pass shuffled over, gets that shot in, and couldn't see from that if there was a tip or not, but Edney goes to the bench first, and so we'll give her the goal until we are told otherwise.
Jess Jones with the primary assist. Here's another look at that. I think that hit off Roosler's stick, hence the disappointment. Shiroka was behind her, and her stick was yawning out, but I believe that was the shot by Edney deflecting off the stick of Sydney Roosler, and now we understand Sydney's disappointment as this game is knotted at 1 apiece. So Edney with her second goal of the season as the puck is iced by Buffalo with 13:33 to play in the second.
Yeah, that was a good pickup there on that second angle that we got. Definitely explains the immediate reaction of Roosler. See on this view, we'll see a little bit. Look for 21 in white. Roosler, oh bam, she knocks it right past Rossman. So,
that is a tough break for Connecticut.
Absolutely. She'll want to make good on that.
We'll keep an eye on Sydney. Face off in the far circle, and it's controlled by the Buttes. Colleen Murphy holding in behind the net. Off the far boards, Kunichika hands it off to Maddie Elia. Centers for Scamora. Skates in, drops it back to Elia. Elia knifing her way out in front. The backhand shot disrupted by Doyle. Elia stays with it. Poked away by Doyle. Nice recovery. And here comes Connecticut from left to right. Led by Anderson. Down the left wing side. Anderson waits. Finds Fluke. And she had it poked away. A nice defensive effort by Scamora as the Buttes get it out to center. And a strip. Hannah Beatty took it away. But Elia recovers for Buffalo. On the right wing, she's locked up. And now it is Scamora, or check that, Elena Orlando tying up Jordan Juron. A Kersey. Here's a Kersey. Back on the right side, straight away to Greco. Low shot, kick save, rebound, score, and Buffalo takes a lead. That is Jordan Juron with her first in the NWHL to make it 2-1 Buffalo.
And that's a tough break all around. Not only does that shot go in that first goal, and it's a power play goal at that, Phil, so that's not going to help those stats. Then you see Jordan Juron kick saved by Rossman, but she kicks it right back to Juron, who's able to recollect the puck and swipe it right over that leg of Rossman that made the initial save.
2 goals in 1 minute 28 seconds for Buffalo. Juron with her second point against Connecticut in just her second NWHL game. Greco sent the shot in. Shiroka might have tipped that before the follow through by Juron, so we'll credit those two with the assist for the moment. Buffalo with it back in their zone, and what was a great first period for Connecticut, erased in the span of under 90 seconds of play here in the second. First, a power play goal by Edney, and then Jordan Juron at 7:30 with Buffalo's go-ahead goal as they try to stretch out their winning streak to 10 games. To Sorso, lobbed out in front, chipped away and back to the left wing side. Here is Kristen Lewicki. Greco closes that gap, and Karine Bowie comes away with it. What Buffalo has, and especially in this forward line, is a lot of size. As Casorso shot from the left wing side is tipped wide. Connecticut has bereft some of their better skill players. You look at a Bouye, a Sam Donovan, they're on the shorter side of things. Big move by Jones trying to spin a Rama, got knocked down. And now Ilya back on the ice. Worked it back toward the corner. Kunichika there. And you see that physical line, Erica. That's what makes it tough on Metropolitan, because they'll just try to grind you out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kunichika shot, rebound deflected on net. Big kick save by Rossman, and Burns puts it back in deep. Scamora back to Ilya. Buffalo has owned the zone here in the last minute plus. They give the assist to a Kersey and Greco. I didn't see a Kersey on the ice, but we'll see if they fix that. It's a puck out in the neutral zone. Murphy along the right, played in across the line. Ilya with a step in front of Aid. Here's Maddie Ilya, toe drag, shot save, and the puck squirts wide out in front. Now Goldsmith. Goldsmith, rink-wide pass, deflected, recovering to stay with it, Sam Donovan, backhands it in, played by Levier. We've seen little action here in this second period. Buttes with it out through center. Here's Kaylin Shiroka. Shiroka locked up along the boards by Shannon Doyle. Buttes are changing. Babstock with it through the neutral zone. Babstock takes it in herself. Down the right wing side, here's Kelly Babstock in the corner. Babstock still with it. Turns to the left wing circle. Turns with a shot, and a glove save made by Levier as Kelly Babstock trying to put the game in her own hands.
Yeah, and we see sometimes that Babstock will do that. I would like her to find a nice, you see her taking the puck all around, looking for her spot. Want to make sure, though, as this game goes on, she's having a nice balance between being able to make those shots, which we know she can make, or taking those shots we know she can make, and finding her teammates. That's what the Connecticut Whale's going to need in this game. Multiple people attacking the net.
Babstock in deep, tied up by 2 baby blue sweaters. Coming away with it, Edney. Had the game-tying goal for Buffalo on the power play. Lifted up the board. Still a tie-up inside Buffalo territory. Squirts free. A Kersey with it. Back pressured away by Donovan. Donovan with a nice move around Catherine Donahue. Here's Sam Donovan down the right wing side, and she'll whip it on the boards. Behind the net, Babstock is there. Kelly Babstock, shadowed by Greco. Now for Hannah Beatty. Beatty, sharp angle try, knocked down out in front. The Whale had changed out their defenders on the fly. Now Emily Fluke in for Connecticut as it's lifted out from blue line to blue line. Gathered up by Sydney Rusler. With a seam pass up the middle, nobody home. Foot race for the puck, and the icing call. That was that's a close one. Casey Anderson had a good jump on that one, but they blow the play and stop it. And while we have a moment, Erica, now that Buffalo has the lead, let's say hi to everyone watching the game tonight up at 716 Food and Sport at Harbor Center. They've got the game on the big screen tonight.
That's right. The 716, as Buffalo is known, they always and have been really showing out, especially since that Pagula partnership. So shout out to 716 Food and Sports and the whole 716 area code.
So we got fans up there watching the broadcast tonight, getting, I guess, an early start to the pregame for their playoff game coming up next Saturday. From the point, Rusler with a rocket hit off her teammate in the slot. And from the near wing, Jones leads it ahead. Now Corrine Bowie. Bowie walks to the slot. Shot hit off the crossbar. Hard shot there by Corrine Bowie. And in deep, it's Elena Orlando chipping it past Jones. And now over to Rusler, who leads it for Casey Anderson. Can't clear it by Jordan Burns. Good keep in, soccer style with the skate. From the edge of the circle, Beatty can't get it out. And now Corrine Bowie maneuvers around Anderson. As from the corner, Lewicki tried to center it in front, broken up. Pinching was Burns. She lost the puck as it's knocked out by Anderson as we come up on the 8-minute remaining mark to this second period. 2-1 Buttes ahead. The Connecticut Whale have not had a lead through 2 periods of play this season. Tonight might be the case yet again. There's Baribeau. Right circle shot got blocked. From the near wing, Jones lost an edge. Or check that, Ilya lost an edge. And now it's cleared. Ilya back with it on her stick. Left wing circle. Try to backhand it past Greco. Greco got a piece. 2-1 Buttes ahead. 7:30 remaining here in this period. And along the left wing side, Baribeau try to lead it across the line. The Whale offside. They'll wait for everyone to touch up, and now it's Greco skating it in down the right side. She'll work it deep. Side checks Edney along behind the net. And Jordan Burns will whip it hard off the wall. He can't keep it in. Now we got a foot race, and Shiroka with a step picks it up on the left side. Kaylin Shiroka pass across, and the shot missed by Kunachika. She was right there with the net yawning open. Whale get a rink-wide clear. Colleen Murphy tied up by Donovan as the Buttes get it in. 7 minutes remaining now to the second. Buffalo up 2-1 on goals by Edney and Juron. Bouye with the first period goal for the Whale. Rachel laid behind the net. Turned over briefly to Accursi. Babstock comes over to take that away. Locked up by Accursi. And now a couple of Whale skaters in there, as well as Juron. Juron fighting him off. Able to get it over to Accursi. Accursi back up the boards to Colleen Murphy. Kept it alive in the backhand. Moves it down to Juron. 6:30 remaining in the second period. And Buffalo has had a ton of zone time in the Connecticut end here in the second. Back to the point for Murphy. Pass to the right side. The one-timer drifted wide off the stick of Taylor Accursi. Now Bouye has a player locked up in the corner. Accursi gets cut off by Greco. Well, just desperately trying to get the puck out of their own zone. They managed to do that, and Donovan from the center line shoots it in, gloved off by Greco, so the icing waved off. Now a long outlet up the right side, and Juron able to deflect it in. It angled out in front, and we get a whistle stoppage in play with 5:57 remaining in the second period. Let's take a look at Sarah Edney's goal. This tied it up at 6:02 of the second period, and we'll be back with more NWHL action on Twitter. The Buffalo Buttes lead the Connecticut Whale 2-1.
We are the early risers.
Make sure it's nice and snug.
The DIYers. We are determined.
Go, USA on 3. 1, 2, 3, USA!
Crazy. Die hard. We are loyal.
Up the wing they come.
We are proud.
She shoots. She scores! Megan Duggan to the top of the mountain.
We are brewed for this.
Back in Stamford, Connecticut, Amanda Levier looking to pick up her 12th win of the season as the Buttes lead Connecticut 2-1. Live on Twitter, I'm Phil Jubileo, joined tonight by Erica Ayala, downstairs by Ashley Audette. As the Buffalo Buttes looking to march to their second Isabel Cup title, Erica. They have their first ever home playoff game coming up next week.
Yes, and the Buffalo Buttes and their fans are very excited. We mentioned the 716. They're very proud of their teams, and now they have a team that is looking to defend the crown, as they say in Buffalo.
And Buffalo down 1-0 at the end of one. Got goals by Sarah Edney and Jordan Juron. A minute 28 apart in the second. To claim a 2-1 lead for the moment as the puck is lifted into the Whale bench and out of play. So the face-off will go back into the Connecticut zone with 5:44 remaining to the second. The Whale have Brickner and Doyle on defense. Goldsmith up front with Casey Anderson. And rounding things out is Emily Fluke as the puck goes through the crease. Anderson will get it clear ahead to Emily Fluke. Fluke up the left wing side. Fluke had a goal last week against Boston. Centers it to Doyle. Doyle in the backhand, walks out in front. Levier at the top of the crease. Able to hold on as it was Fluke trying to hand it off in the crease to Casey Anderson.
You know, and I liked what the Whale did there. You see Emily Fluke, she has a few options. He gets it to Doyle. Doyle able to make a deke and gets tripped up a little, or loses you know, her skates underneath her. But again, it's getting back to what we saw in the first period, Phil, making good passes, making good decisions in front of Levier.
Buffalo looks to clear the zone. There's Sam Donovan with it. Wrister bouncing puck. And by the way, a goal that she had scored in the first period was called off, as that would have been her first NWHL goal. And we'd have a 2-2 game right now instead. Buffalo up 2-1. As Donovan tried to knock that down on the left side. Puck escaped her, but a good keep in by Hannah Beatty. Or check that, Emma Greco. Under 5 minutes to play here in the second. Utes a 1-goal lead. Aid pinching. And we'll see more from that on the part of the Connecticut defenders as they try to gain some offense. As Scamora back the other way. Oh, what a snipe. Haley Scamora goes top shelf to beat Rossman, and it's 3-1 Buffalo.
And Scamora had all kinds of time and space there, Phil. You saw that Donovan trying to get back, and then she sizes up the defender in front of her and is able to pick that far side and beat Rossman. And as you mentioned, that no goal we would have been in a 3-2 game. But see, look at Scamora just take her time, gets that right under Greco, right under her arm, and is able to get it past Rossman.
Yeah, when you're Haley Scamora and you have time and space and you can pick your poison, unfortunately for the Connecticut Whale, they now find themselves down by 2. Scamora with her 7th of the season. As the Buttes look to pour it on here in the second. Catherine Donahue deep. Sydney Rusler winds it around off of Kersey. And it was Sydney Rossler, that goal by Sarah Edney, hitting off of her stick to deflect in by her teammate, Sydney Rossman, as we get a stoppage in play with 4:15 remaining, and we got the game's first penalty on Buffalo, an interference call. So Connecticut will get the power play.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do on this power play. That has not been a strong suit for the Connecticut Whale, but we'll see what they can do here. And you know, I'm sure the players aren't thinking this, but it's our job to kind of fill the space in between. You have one goal called off. You have one goal that was knocked in by Connecticut, and that's just heartbreaking. So they're going to want to, again, make good on their opportunities here on the advantage.
Well controlled. Bouye with a rocket in it, whistled wide. And it rests along the back of the net. Oh, that Amanda Bouye's got a rocket from the center point. Just let one fly.
Got to check those boards there.
They were lively. Hard off the boards. You like that thought from Amanda Bouye, who's got the goal tonight. Try to get a good angle. Bodies in front of Amanda Levier, who has been a rock star in net for this Buffalo team the last few weeks. Have a telling statistic. Meanwhile, Terrell Rose being summoned over by Ryan Aquali, the Connecticut head coach. The 4 starting goaltenders, because there really are 4 goaltenders in this league that see the lion's share of time. Mandy Levier in her last 4 starts, a .922 save percentage. Only Brittany Ott has been better in .966, 2 shutouts, including one which is a loss on her part, but that epic game up at Buffalo, the long shootout that went 65 minutes without a score between Ott and Levier. And then behind that, Sydney Rossman with an .855 save percentage. And you've got Fitzgerald. Brickwall Fitzy has not been all that great her last 4 games, just an .840 save percentage.
Yeah, and again, we've called out Brienne McLaughlin and her performance in the final last year. A hot goalie, a striking goalie is so important in this league. And right now, the Buttes have that. And everyone else is trying to keep up.
Everyone remembers the 60 saves from Brianne McLaughlin. People don't remember or choose not to think much about her regular season numbers, which were not great. She got hot at the right time. Levier, of course, had the big semifinal game against Metropolitan.
That's right. New York at the time.
Along the left wing side, they give Ilya the assist on the Scamora goal. There's Bouye with it for the Whale on the power play. To the left side, Babstock with a shot. Brickner walking in front. Couldn't get it in on net, and it was wide open. Puck still in behind the goal. Now Babstock will track it down. Has Bouye up top. Gives it to her. Whale changing on the fly. Give and go. Back to Babstock. Babstock to Bouye straight away. Now to Babstock on the left side. Buffalo content with keeping them on the perimeter. Bouye from the left circle, a shot save, rebound. Put in on net, another stop by Levier. Puck is still live. Babstock tried to get to it. To the right point, Bouye keeps it alive and then gets crushed along the boards by Scamora. With 3:06 remaining in the period, that is a penalty on Buffalo, and we'll see a two-skater advantage for 51 seconds.
And it doesn't look like Scamura's too happy with that. I will say, you see both of these players, they go hard to that puck, and Scamura is the one that gets the call and goes into the box. Now again, will the Connecticut Whale be able to take advantage of this, Phil? They're going to have to.
Let's take a look at that hit again along the boards.
And you'll see both of them coming in, that loose puck. Bouye gets there first. Oh, yeah.
That's a penalty.
Absolutely, absolutely. We lost a little bit of that from our vantage point, but absolutely Bouye gets there first, and I'm not really sure what then Scamura was complaining about, because she definitely saw that she was about to get beat and used the body to try and slow down Bouye.
And that's the thing, if you go to the boards really with your stick down trying to get to that puck, it's one thing if there's contact. Once you come up with the arm, that's a little bit different as we look at some of the fine work tonight of Amanda Levier.
Yep, we see it's Babstock and Bouye have really been dominating this power play. And then Brickner, my goodness, Brickner just was right there, but not in a position, didn't have her stick in a position where she could get anything on that. Again, Goldsmith right there, falls to one knee, crashes into the Buttes players, but just can't get that puck past Levier. And I will say, Levier did a great job last week. She's done a great job tonight. However, also worth noting are that the Buttes players have been really assisting in front of net and making sure that they're getting bodies out of the way and getting the puck out of the way to make sure that their goalie is not put in a position where she's out of position.
Well, the Whale 1 for 14 on the power play against Buffalo this season. There's Bouye with it, pushing it out to the left side for Babstock. Now over to Bouye, to Babstock left side. Finds Bouye straight away. To Babstock, off of her, facing some pressure by Greco, knocks her down. Fluke comes over to take it away. Whale with the two-skater advantage for another 28 seconds. Left circle and the shot was deflected. Now pinching deep, Brickner, straight away to Bouye. They'll need to get pucks to the net here, down by 2. Bouye to Brickner, high slot, got one through, and Levier made the stop. Goldsmith with it along the boards. Back to Brickner. Now to Bouye, one-timer. Big save by Levier. Puck squirts out to the corner. Here's Babstock with it. Babstock to Bouye. Inching in. Backdoors it. Good stick in the lane by Shiroka. As Buffalo changing. Getting one skater back out onto the ice. Still a power play on about another minute here in the Connecticut advantage, down by 2, and Shiroka diving on that puck along the boards, then knocks down Babstock. Babstock pops back up. She'll get control of it as the Whale try to make this a one-goal game. There's Kelly Babstock. Straight away to Bouye. Bouye in the slot off the stick of Jamie Goldsmith. Now Casorso tied up.
That's exactly where you want it pretty much as a team.
Up top now, here's Bouye with a wrist shot. Blocker save made by Levier. Minute 42 to go in the period. Whale down 3-1. Buffalo, all 3 goals for them here in the second period. Now it's Babstock slicing her way in. Baribeau there, shot and a save, and then Brickner denied with the net yawning open. That was a play by Greco as Buffalo gets it out to center ice. 18 remaining in the Scamora penalty. Now a left wing pass right on the tape to Bouye. Bouye, top of the circle, wrist shot. Didn't get it all, and Levier gloves it.
You know, Phil, the Whale are taking just a little bit too much time to make decisions here. with the exception of Boulier, who's rocketing these shots in, and Levier's just all over them. But you're just seeing, they're holding on to the puck, but they're not making the Buttes move enough to get a good shot on Levier.
Yeah, we'll have to get rid of that puck faster puck decisions, because this way then Buffalo will not be able to rotate as the puck kicks off his skate and comes out in front. That was Barabo who got the deflection in on Levier, who hangs on, and now it's back to 5-on-5 hockey. They'll go 0 for 2 on that power play, and it's still a 3-1 Buffalo lead with 1:06 remaining in the second.
Yeah, we've seen a few times, just like Juice on that last play, where they're just not getting enough juice, if you will, on the puck. They're just tapping it, and not enough force behind the shots they're putting on Levier.
Puck in the corner. Lobbed out along the far wing by Buffalo. And that was Colleen Murphy with the clear. Now here come the Whale. Emma Greco in the final minute of play. Ahead now to Grace Kleinbach. Sends it through behind the net. Levier settles it down. Murphy in the corner. Moves it ahead. Maddie Elia from the right wing. Elia skates in with her team up by 2 with a hard low wrist shot, trips wide. Rossman got clipped at the end of the play by Elia, but we continue on as Boulier backhands it into her own bench. She was trying to spring Babstock up the right wing.
Yeah, we saw it was Elia following through on that. Clips Rossman a little bit. As of right now, I think it's safe to say, Phil, that the Buttes have won the second period. So now the Whale will have to settle for a complete 40 minutes, and even that may not be enough.
Now 2-goal lead for Buffalo. Buffalo, when leading after 2 periods this season, a 7-1 record as the puck comes across offside. 20.5 seconds remaining to the middle frame as the faceoff will come out to center. The Whale had a 1-0 lead after a period on the goal by Boulier, but Edney, Juron, and Scamora all lighting the lamp for the Buttes here in the second. Goldsmith to take the face off against Lewicki. Goldsmith won the draw, but the Buttes control it back in their zone. Edney, after taking it from Levier, around for Jess Jones. Jones with a good lead pass, springing Lewicki from the blue line, puts it in on Sydney Rossman, and she hangs on with 6.6 remaining. And the second period, Buttes up by a pair.
Interesting to see Lewicki take that shot from some distance. We know, of course, that she is the reigning fastest skater, but opted just to take that shot. Rossman didn't get it cleanly, but there was no one in front of her, so she was able to stop the puck and then collect the puck with no challenge.
Maybe a set play here in the final moments of the second, with the face-off to the left of Rossman. Lewicki wins her face-off, tied up in the corner. 1 second to go, and the horn will sound as we are through 40 minutes of play here at Terry Connors Rink in Stamford, Connecticut. A big second period by the Buffalo Buttes as they get goals. Sarah Edney on the power play at 6:02. Jordan Juron at 7:30. And then Haley Scamora on an absolute snipe at 15:15, giving the Buttes a 3-1 lead after 40 minutes of play. And it was a long middle frame for this Connecticut team.
It was, and you know, we just didn't see them coordinated on offense like they were in the first period. They certainly did not win the possession battle this period, Phil. So again, as we mentioned, if 60 minutes was the goal, now again they'll have to settle for 40.
Well, they missed out on a big opportunity late in the second period, Erica, with the power play opportunity, the 2-skater advantage, unable to convert. That really could have turned the tides here in the second period. Unfortunately for the Whale, unable to convert.
Yes, and we saw Boulier with some monster shots during that time. However, not enough bodies perhaps in front of net to be able to get those rebounds or to get a stick on that and be able to deflect it past Levier.
Yeah, Levier made some big saves in the second period. The Whale, in their few opportunities to get a lot of bodies out in front, they were able to do that. They got the bodies out in front. That's when Levier really stood tall in the second period.
Yes, and again, she's coming in hot here. We know that she's the hot goalie right now. This is the hot team, so Connecticut's really going to have to pull everything together in this third period if they want to get a win to end their regular season.
Meanwhile, one of the Buffalo players tonight without a goal, Maddie Elia, she's been a dominant player while she's had the puck, generating a lot of chances on that line with Kunichika and Scamora. And Maddie Elia is downstairs with Ashley Audette.
So much waiting. I'm here with Maddie Elia To say that this second period was a strong period for the Buttes would be an understatement. Take me through what happened in this period.
I mean, we came out kind of slow in the first, not really working hard, I guess you could say it. So we just talked about in the locker room how we got to kind of pick it up. We know they're going to play hard. This is our last home game, and we want to have a good run going into the playoffs. So yeah, we picked it up.
You guys are obviously looking for your 10th straight win. What are you doing to contribute to help that happen?
I mean, I think just playing my role. Me, Courtney, and Haley have been playing well together, kind of keeping pucks deep, scoring some goals, doing good in the D zone. So I think just kind of contributing to that, and yeah.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Well, 2 periods are in the books. Thank you, Ashley. Downstairs with Maddie Elia, who set up that 3rd goal scored tonight by Haley Scamora. As we are through 40 minutes of play here in Stamford, Connecticut at Terry Connors Rink. Final game of the regular season. That goal by Haley Scamora has the Buttes up by 2. You're watching the NWHL on Twitter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We are the early risers,
Make sure it's nice and snug.
the DIYers. We are determined,
Go, USA on 3. 1, 2, 3, USA!
crazy,
A minute to go.
diehard.
Winning time for USA hockey.
We are loyal.
Up the wing they come.
We are proud.
She shoots. She scores! Megan Duggan to the top of the mountain.
We are brewed for this. America runs on Duncan.
back at Terry Connor's Rink in Stamford, Connecticut. The calm before the storm. Third period, a couple of minutes away. Alongside Ashley Audette, and to my left, Erica Ayala, Phil Chibaleo on hand. The officials are back on the ice as we get set for the third period of play. Oh, the second frame belonged entirely to the Buffalo Beauts, Erica.
Yes, absolutely. Saw somewhat of a, if you will, a fluke goal, and that was Edney gets this goal. She gets the shot in, and unfortunately, Sydney Rusler, or excuse me, I'm sorry, that was on the goal before. Edney that gets this shot right past Rossman, and just, you know, lots of bodies in front of net, and that favored the Beauts. And then we see Jordan Duran, rookie, getting her first goal of the season, only in her second appearance. She played against this Connecticut team in Pittsburgh for the first time, and then officially signed for the rest of the season just this week with the Beauts. And then Haley Skamura, you see Skamura here, uses that defender, gets it right past the defender, shielding Rossman. Just, you know, not much Rossman can do about that with that goal there. Skamura is a skilled player. We've been talking about her all game, and we see why right there, Phil.
Skamura, one of the X factors down the stretch last season, had a goal against the Whale in the final regular season game a year ago, ended up scoring a goal in the Isabel Cup final. The Northeastern product having a fine season, 14 points on the year, 7 goals in 14 games. She's been a top-notch offensive standout, by the way, that point, and it was assisted by Maddie Elia. They now have 14, so that line of Elia Skamura and Courtney Kunichika, all with 14 points, lead the way for this Buffalo team. And
you can see why they're that top pair. We heard Elia talk about it. Her role is just to make sure that that line is churning on full cylinders, on all cylinders, and that's what they've been able to do.
Well, third period underway. They have a whale of a comeback ahead of them if they're going to pick up 2 points here tonight in the regular season finale. Aid begins with Greco on defense. Anderson is up front with Bouye and Fluke, the Connecticut Whale forwards. Ilya marching toward Maddie Greco as it's chipped over to Anderson, turned over, Skamura with it. Skamura working around the net, back shot out in front, stopped by Rossman, and Greco will track it down. Meanwhile, in the other game tonight, it was a 2-0 lead for Metropolitan up in Boston. Both goals tonight by Madison Packer. So hat trick watch up at Warrior. We've not had a hat trick in the NWHL this season.
And we've had several last season, but not yet this year.
On the near wing side, it's Rusler. Her stick lifted, regained.
Well, we should say, Phil, in the regular season, we had 2 in the All-Star game.
That is true. Those do not count in the standings, but certainly entertaining to say the least. I know you were there up in St. Paul for that with Matt Falkenberry. As Jess Jones throws it out in front. Lewicki with a backhand shot steered aside. A lot of traffic there in front of Sydney Rossman. Buffalo picking up the third right where they left off after the end of the second period in the Whale zone. Shot left point by Burns, deflected down in front. Wobbling puck rolls back to Edney. Knocks it down for Lewicki in the corner. Finds Karine Bowie. Bowie, the only NWHL player with 2 Isabel Cup championships. One with Boston in year 1 last season with Buffalo. She had a goal in the final against her old team last season.
Did she?
That was a huge one. As Edney banked off the wall, regained in the neutral zone as Doyle backpedals to her own end. Cross ice now for Brickner, sends it back looking for Goldsmith, hopped over her stick, nudged forward by Barabo into the Buffalo zone, quickly squirts out. Brickner will shoot it in, her teammates touching up as we come up on 2 minutes gone. They're in the third period, 3-1 Buffalo on top. And the Whale had a 2-skater advantage for just under a minute late in the second, unable to convert. They had a goal waved off in the first period that would have been scored by Sam Donovan. Quickly waved off under the cloud of some controversy. And they say Mandy Levier was interfered with by Kelly Babstock. The replays did not bear that out exactly. You can watch the replays yourself, as we'll get the archive of this one up on YouTube during the weekend. Now Casey Anderson with a drop pass, quick shot by Bouye, save made. Anderson jamming away in the rebound, pushed back looking for Bouye, but Accursi got in the way and she'll nudge it clear. Angling after it is Greco, leads it to Bouye. Bouye now to the left side for Anderson. She'll skate in, bit of room for Casey Anderson. Marching down in front with a shot, stick saved by Levier. And around the net Comes Casey Anderson, chips it back to Bouye left side. Bouye waits and waits, moving to her right. Nowhere to go. Good pressure there by Haley Scamora, and it's Bouye back with the puck as she gets draped on. Good snap pass to Fluke in the corner. Emily Fluke trying to come around to the left wing side. Pinching down Rachel Lade, 16:45 to go in the third. Good effort here by the Whale to get some zone time. And now it's Babstock from the right wing. Couldn't shoot it through Kunichika. And Jackie Greco will get to it back in the corner. Whaler changing on the fly. Kunichika along the board trying to lift it clear. And they'll pass ahead. 2-on-2 now for Buffalo. Scamora leads the way. Coming after her, Beatty. And the shot didn't get much on it. Pushed wide. Scamora back with it. From straight away with a shot fought off by Rossman, and the rebound trickles back to the end boards. And along the near side, Brickner gets it out to Babstock at center. Ahead looking for Sam Donovan, nudged away by Murphy. Now it's Ilya into the Connecticut zone with a snapper on goal save made. Ilya looking for her own rebound. Clear to the far boards. Kept alive by Bowie. Bowie with a nice move to the right, poked away. Connecticut can get a 2-on-2 going here. From the left wing side, Babstock skates in. She's got Donovan with her. Babstock waits and shoots it over the shoulder of Levier. Got a little piece of it. And now a centering pass ahead, deflected by Goldsmith. Knocked out to center ice. Buffalo has it back in their own zone. Colleen Murphy gets it ahead up the right wing for Lewicki. Lewicki looking for Bowie just out of her long reach. And now Jess Jones will send it behind the net to Kristen Lewicki. 15:25 to go in regulation. It's a 3-1 Buffalo lead. They scored all three in the second period. Edney, Juron, and Scamora. As Goldsmith working along the boards along with Baribeau. And that grinder line here for Connecticut, able to get it out to center ice, regained by Jones. Now Baribeau back with it, feeds it over to Brickner, nudged off the glass, and out to the neutral zone with it is Baribeau. 1-on-3, winds and holds, comes down the left side. Cuts out in front with a shot and a good save made by Levier. Nice move by Juice to cut her way along the goal line to the net. 5:10 play to the third. Greco with a wild slap shot drifts wide. Now Orlando from the far point. Shoveled down the wall to Emily Fluke. Quickly around to Anderson. Try to give and go back behind the net. Stepping in that passing lane was Lewicki. Buttes good passing through the neutral zone. There's Jordan Juron cutting out in front. And she was met by Bouye, who came over to play that puck ahead now for Emily Fluke, who gets it out to center ice. Kersey back with it. Forced ahead. Sarah Edney back passing to the right side. Juron with a slap shot. 2 of the 3 goal scorers on the ice here for Buffalo. And Shiroka with it gliding in behind the Whale net. 5:50 play to the third period. 3-1 Buffalo on top. Shots are 23-17 for Connecticut unofficially. Whale out to center. Fluke with a right wing pass. Caught up onside by Elena Orlando. Wrist shot steered aside by Levier. And now Goldsmith marching in. On this Whale team looking a little bit more like what we saw in the first period. A bit more energy, buzzing around the ice. Getting some shots in on Levier, but Levier has stood tall in this third period. 22 of 23 stopped. Kersey with it in front of her bench. Poked away by Doyle. Chased down by Colleen Murphy of Buffalo. And she'll hold in behind her net. As she drops it back off to Burns, ahead to Scamora. Can't get it out. Good hustle by Donovan. They got caught up by her teammate, Shannon Doyle, and Donovan went down. Pops back up, but Jordan Burns with control of it. Gains the center line and will wrist it in, allowing a Buffalo change. 13:15 to play in the third. 2-goal lead for the Buttes. Now Donovan, some pressure from behind by Haley Scamora. Nudged ahead to Goldsmith. Gaining the center line is Jamie, backhanding in on Levier, and Babstock getting to the net, forcing Levier to hold on.
And we'll get a stop here as Levier covers up. And we see Baraboo trying to get crafty, gets past. Casorso there, gets that shot on Levier, but can't get it past her. Levier's been really on point for the Buffalo Buttes this evening.
Baribeau trying to find that top corner. There was a little bit of room, but otherwise the goalpost was hugged to quite nicely as the puck is out of play by Levier, hugging the post on that Baribeau opportunity. And let's see where they drop the puck. It looks like the near dot in front of the Whale bench. And they better fix the scoreboard. Clock went down to 12:43. Couple of extra seconds ticking off. Precious ones in a game like this. If you're looking at it from the Connecticut perspective, you want as much time as you can to try to mount a comeback here, and it looks like they're going to fix that right now.
You see Boulier banging on the glass, making sure that her team does get every second that they deserve here in this third period. Speaking of Boulier, we talked about Sam Donovan, but also Mallory Soliotis made her debut, and that's important because it was Boulier that is then going up against one of her players at Yale in her pro debut.
Well, that'll be pretty interesting, to say the least, as the puck wound around to the far wing side. Baribeau, or check that, Buttes, track it down. Baribeau was pressuring Greco. Now here's Baribeau out in front of the pass by Boulier, and it was pushed wide as Edney banks it out to center. Off the skate of Greco, and she'll lift it back in. Under 12.5 to play in the third period. Buttes up by a pair. Buffalo looking to skate out of the zone. Kept in by Boulier, shoveling it past Corrine Bowie. And Edney holding in, giving it back to Bowie. At the line, Rusler can't hold. Now Rachel Aid nudged ahead for Fluke, who's been pretty silent in this game. He had been having the hot hand as of late. 3 points in her last 4, nothing doing tonight. Didn't have a point or had a goal last week in Boston, check that. And now Fluke in behind the net. Tries to keep the stick heavy, lost her edge. Walking down the boards is Beatty. Back up on her skates is Fluke. Beatty with it. Cross ice, open with it Orlando. Now to Rusler with a shot blocked in front. Here's Beatty walking down. Gives it back to Fluke. In the corner to Beatty. Around to Fluke. Fans on the backhand. Fluke looks to get it back from Jones. And just Jones takes it away with 11:25 to go here in the third period. Some discombobulation on the part of the Whale, despite having some good zone time in the Buffalo end. And now Buffalo will start back deep in the Whale zone. Shiroka jumping onto the ice. She'll get stripped. Here's Hannah Beatty, long shift for her. Couldn't walk around Casorso. Buttes play it back the other way. Sarah Casorso down the right side, working on Rusler. Rusler poked it away briefly. Casorso back with it. Battle won that time by Sydney Rusler. And a 3-on-2 here for Connecticut. Rusler down the left side with a snapshot. Blocked by the netminder Levier. Puck is live on the left side. Goldsmith throws it in front, directed by Donovan onto the netminder. Levier makes the save. Puck still live side of the net. You can see it right by the skate of a fallen player, Murphy. Coming over to take it is Shiroka. Great keep-in by Elena Orlando as she finds Babstock on the right side. Babstock with a nice move, walking to the slot, got tripped up, no call. Puck is still live, and Accursi will track it down in the bottom of the circle and race forward with it along the left wing. Gains the Connecticut zone, has Murphy in front. Swept clear from the crease by Orlando. And the Whale get it clear out the center, but right back to Maddie Elia. The Buffalo rookie marches in. Nice move cutting to the right. Shot blocked by Orlando. Good shift for Elena. And along the near wing side, it's pitched up the wall. And Goldsmith with it out the center. Couldn't get a pass to the right as Kunichika took it away. And back with it is Scamora marching in. Had a second period goal. That made it 3-1. Drops it back to the right point. Jordan Burns keeps it in. Now in the near wing corner for Scamora. Shoveled off the side of the goal. Kunichika a stride late. Poked away by Rossman. And off the far boards, Edney able to pass it down the wall. Scamora tied up in the slot. That was a good effort there by Connecticut. And now Boulier will tap it ahead to Kleinbach. Gives it back to Boulier with a shot block. Puck loose in the slot, pinballing around, stopped by Levier. Now Rachel Lane walking to the right side for Baribeau. 9:20 to go in this third period. 3-1 Buffalo on top. Erica, the Whale have had a lot of zone time, but no fruit to show for it as the rocket by Greco comes in, and it's stopped by Amanda Levier.
Yes, and doing much better in zone time, being able to contain some possession. However, it just every once in a while, Phil, it looks like maybe there's a lack of decision making promptly, or they're thinking too much about things that they want to do with the puck while they have the puck, instead of just kind of going with their instincts.
Well, they'll have a moment to clear their head as we will step aside with Buffalo leading 3-1. You're watching the NWHL live on Twitter.
We are the early risers,
Make sure it's nice and snug.
the DIYers. We are determined,
Go, USA on 3. 1, 2, 3, USA!
crazy,
A minute to go.
diehard.
Winning time for USA hockey.
We are loyal.
Up the wing they come.
We are proud.
She shoots. She scores! Maggie Duggan to the top of the mountain.
We are brewed for this. America runs on Duncan.
Well, Elena Orlando has played an important part tonight for the Connecticut Whale, trying to keep them in. So is Kelly Babstock. But Elena Orlando, Erica, has had some nice efforts in this game.
Absolutely. We're going to see Orlando here getting a big swipe away. Again, want to keep that puck away from Rossman. You see that she's able to see it and clear it. There was a play before that, Phil, where you see her drop down almost like she's an outfielder in baseball or softball, and able to keep that puck in the zone and give her team a few more looks on net. Great game by Elena Orlando as her team is here cheering her on.
Face-off will be to the left of Levier. Whale wins control of it. Shot from the right point was blocked on its way in. It came off the stick of Greco. Now it's Babstock. Babstock walking to the right side. Babstock with a shot saved by Levier. And along the near wing, a turnover. Here's Babstock walking in front, turns to the forehand shot, diving, saved by Levier. Rebound was blocked on the shot by Aid as it was deflected by Colleen Murphy and regained in the neutral zone by Greco. Ahead now for Bouillet. Bouillet to the right wing side. Bouillet with a shot and another stop by Levier. She has been splendid in this game for the Buffalo Beauts. Gave up the goal in the first period, probably one she'd like to have back on the goal by Bouillet, and now we get a penalty away from the puck, an illegal body hit, and it's going to be on Kelly Babstock.
Yeah, and we talked about this earlier, Phil, just being able to get those shots in front of Levier, and look at that great takeaway by Babstock. She's getting that shot, and then we see the sequence that follows that is just more chaos in front of Levier. Levier on her back there, but her team keeps the puck out of the crease, away from net, and that's how the Beauts have been able to continue this 9-game winning streak.
Big shot by Scamora, stopped by Rossman. The rebound swept back to the boards by Bouillet, but she can't get it out. Now it's Doyle. Held alive by Ilya Buffalo. Moves it back to the right side for Scamora with a wrist shot through traffic, drifting wide, and right back to Ilya. Buffalo 1 for 3 on the power play. This is their 4th. Kunichika against Brickner gets it back to the half wall for Ilya. Ilya back along the left wing side. Now gives it down low to Kunichika. To Ilya from the circle. Shot saved. Rebound in the slot. Fluke is there. Chip clear. Ilya, Erica, kind of brings that size that a Kelly Stedman brought to the team last season.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great observation. This is a Buffalo team that throughout the years in the seasons, Phil, has really enjoyed a decent size in their players.
Oh, and now a hit as Bouillet went down after colliding with Courtney Kunichika, and that should negate the rest of the Buffalo power play with 58 seconds remaining in the Babstock call. And interference is called as we get a look at it here, and I think Bouillet saw the opportunity and took advantage a little bit by going down rather quickly.
Well, take one for the team, as they say, and that's the second penalty that Bouillet has been able to draw in this game. She's giving her team a chance, not only with her goals, but with the other little things that she does, Phil. Let's not forget that Bouillet started on this team as a defender, and she's been moved up to offense, but we see her doing it on both sides of the ice, even in this game.
She plays a 200-foot game, to say the least, as Greco with it from the left point. We see 4-on-4 hockey for the first time in this contest, and we'll have it for another 45 seconds while Babstock serves out the remainder of her penalty. Here's Greco with it straight away. Greco moving to the left, putting a shot into the chest of Levier. Low percentage shot by Emma Greco, and another stop by Levier, unofficially her 31st save of the game.
And again, you want to see that balance, Phil, between the Connecticut team being able to get shots on net, but they also have to take good shots, because right now, at least, we're not seeing that they're able to corral the rebounds and get second and third attempts. They're just not doing that right now, so that first shot has got to be good.
Scamora from Casorso off of her skate. Haley trying to get it out, can't. Emily Fluke keeps it in. Cut off by Burns. 25 left to the Babstock penalty. 3-1 Buttes lead in the third. 6:50 to go. And Ilya moves it to Scamora. The give and go cut off by check that, Amanda Bouillet looking for Fluke. And the Whale again get it out to center ice. Fluke had a touch up. That allows Buffalo to set up shop, and the long outlet up the left side, unchecked with Scamora with the slap shot. Rossman that time with the save, as she was a good 4 feet out of her crease to stop Haley Scamora.
Probably wanting to take out that angle. Looks like there was a switch there, so Doyle was already at a disadvantage, trying to get there and save some time. But Rossman came out. You see there Doyle trying to chase, and Skamura gets that shot off. Probably good of Rossman to try and eliminate some of that angle at least before Shannon Doyle could come and help out.
Gobbled up the rebound as well, so no second opportunity there for Buffalo. As the Whale with it skating forward is Doyle, looking to spring Babstock. Babstock able to beat out the icing, holds pass across, blocked. Babstock knocked down. She had just come out of the penalty box, and now the Whale on the power play for another 47 seconds, and Brickner will get back for it. She's got Bouye along with her, Jamie Goldsmith, Emily Fluke, and Kelly Babstock. Look for Babstock to try to take over here for Connecticut. She's done that at various points. It's Bouye muscling her way in and cut off briefly in the corner. A little bit of a scrum. Whale get it back. Backhand shot from a sharp angle by Fluke, drifts wide. Babstock with it back to Brickner. Bouncing shot got through. Towed away by Levier. We got 18 seconds remaining in this abbreviated power play for the Whale as Kunichika waits to escape the penalty box. 5:37 to go. 3-1 game. That's where we were after 2. Fluke with it on the left side, holding along the boards. Luke drops it back off. Bouye tracking it down. Bouye works along the goal line. Fell to the ice after being guarded closely by Sarah Edney, the opposing number 3 from the Buffalo roster. And now a little mini 2-on-1. Buttes able to get back. Luke with it, holding along the sideboards, waiting for some teammates to come set up shop. And now it's back to 5-on-5 hockey. So the waning moments of that power play, unable to convert and make it a 1-goal game. Now here's Rachel Aid. Aid with it along the left wing side. Tied up by Ilya with under 5 minutes to go in the third. The Buttes a 2-goal edge. Now it's Aid edging her way to the right side to Bouye. Nowhere to shoot the puck as Edney was right in front of her. Throws it in deep to Kleinbach. Tried to give and go there. Walking in Beatty. As Ryan Aquali has been mixing up the forwards in this game, trying to find some sort of magic formula. And right now he's come up empty-handed here in every attempt to change up the offense. And now Barabo skates in left side, and the slap shot disrupted by Casorso. 4.5 now remaining with a 2-goal Buffalo lead. Scamora from the far wing side, tied up along the board. Some good work along the right wing by Shannon Doyle. Coming in is Barabo. She forced it back toward the corner. Wound around, Kunichika waiting on it, able to get it out of danger. Icing waved off as that puck slows inside the Whale zone. Tracked down by Brickner, and ahead for Casey Anderson. Anderson from the left wing. Picks it back up in the corner. Back pass out in front. Casorso there to clean out the crease and get it back behind her net. Leads it for Jones. Poked away by Brickner to the corner. Again, the Whale have had a ton of zone time in this Buffalo zone here in the third period. 32 shots in the game, above their season average, and unable to muster anything offensively in terms of getting the puck behind Mandy Levier. So the Buttes still on top by 2 as we come up on 3.5 remaining. As the Buttes lift it out through center, Orlando's got to backtrack for that puck. Hearing the footsteps is Jess Jones coming in on the forecheck. And about back to the far wing corner. Shannon Doyle will track it down. There's Orlando. Out of Babstock. Long pass ahead, and we'll get an icing called here on the Whale with 3:10 to go in this third period. Erica, now the moments are waning here for this Connecticut team. I think back to one of the early victories of the season for this Connecticut team, that come from behind game. They won in a shootout against Boston. They were down 2 just like this late. They got a couple of big goals from Babstock and Sam Faber. They need to find that magic.
Yeah, and we'll see if they have it in them. It'll also be telling on how they're going to enter the playoffs, Phil.
Right wing pass up the boards. Cleared by Donovan out to center. Hannah Beatty with it along the near wing. Turned ahead by Jordan Juron. Tries to lead a Kersey with 2:50 to go in regulation. Now Doyle. Back to the right side. Whale pass out to center. Here's Hannah Beatty. Beatty met by Juron. They both crash into the boards. And Shiroka turns it up ice for Taylor Kersey. Drop back off, nobody home. Juron back on her feet. Will slide it down. Buttes make a change. We have 2.5 to go. The Whale this season on home ice, just 1-4-1. As they've been more successful up at Warrior Arena. And Boston, as it's deflected out of play off a stick with 2:16 to go, and the faceoff should stay in the Buffalo zone.
And there are a few things, Phil, that just, didn't go the Whales' way, to set up the Buttes, especially for that first goal. But it's a matter of being able to push through that and see if they can get another shot that'll get past Levier here.
There's Rachel Aid. Aid from the corner, looking to flip it out in front, was blocked. Coming up on 2 minutes to go, and racing to the bench for the extra skater is Sydney Rossman. So a 6-on-5 right now here for Connecticut. Here's Babstock walking to the right wing side. Babstock along the half boards to Aid. Aid with a wrist shot through traffic, and it went wide as Levier may have gotten a piece with 1:45 to go. So the extra skater on here for Connecticut. Buffalo gets it out through center, and Bouillet will track it down. Bouillet with the outlet. Babstock sends it rink wide, and that fails to click. We get an icing as Casorso is back ahead of Goldsmith. 1:34 to go. And let's take a look here at Rachel Aid.
We see Babstock here with the puck. She's going to move it over, get that shot by Aid. Block attempt there, sliding block attempt there. And again, just not being able to get those rebounds. Levier pushing those rebounds out and away from the Connecticut Whale players.
Rossman back in the crease with the face-off in the Connecticut zone. Under 90 seconds to go in the third. Now Buffalo could just keep the puck in there and just hold out the clock for another 80 seconds. They'll pick up their 10th straight victory to close out the regular season. At one point, they were 2-4. This winning streak for Buffalo started here in a victory against the Connecticut Whale back in mid-December, right before the holiday break. And from the left wing side, it's Babstock coming in. Minute to go in the third. Rossman tried to creep out back to the bench, got caught in between and has to retreat back in between the pipes. And now here's Babstock, right circle, slap shot, save made. Big stop by Levier as the puck comes across the line. And Brickner will lead it back to the right for Rusler. 40 seconds to go. Time dwindling away. Empty net here to the left, and the puck is flipped into the goal, and they score. From the left wing side, was that Sarah Edney off the boards? We'll see who gets credit for it. Either way, it's a 4-1 Buffalo lead, and it looks like that's Edney's second tonight.
Yeah, looks like Edney got that goal. Maybe a little shocked that she got it, but it's another heartbreaking goal here for this Connecticut team, trying to, and here we see flicks it right past, I think that was Rusler, and gets it right in that open net.
Third goal of the season. Baribeau barrels her way across the line, flips a shot wide. So the Connecticut Whale will end their regular season on a 4-game losing streak as Beatty tried to snap a pass out in front. Regained Casorso. Under 20 seconds to go. Kunachika tried to spring ahead of Sydney Rusler, who forces her into the corner. 13 seconds to play. Meanwhile, the Buffalo Buttes will head into their first home playoff game next week against the Boston Pride, the owners of a 10-game winning streak. After a rough first period, they dominate the final 40 minutes of play. And the Buffalo Buttes, your defending Isabel Cup champions, now 12-4 on the season after a magnificent performance in net by Mandy Levier.
Yep, and we talked about goaltending being so important, Phil, for this streak. Also important to note that the Buttes have been able to clean up things that we saw here as weaknesses early on. They had really struggled in that third period.
Deflects off of Lawler right at the red line. That'll be an icing. Looked like that Lawler was beyond the red line, but it will be icing with 14:31 to go in the third period.
Just like that last offensive zone faceoff for the Riveters was big, this one even bigger for the Pride. Now down a goal. They've had the upper hand in this period so far. Got the top line out there against a tired unit for the Riveters.
Picard directs it over to Grushow. Then sent out, chased down by Russo. Odd force to play it. Rattles it around, it hops onto a Riveter stick. Russo accidentally deflects it off the official. That's a break for the Pride, able to get it out. Dempsey nearly collided with Grushow, who lost her stick. Velarde behind the net. Field up to Dempsey. Now Daniels, her shot hits off the shin of Packer. Bradkin rattles it around. It's played by Field. Daniels whips around. And it hits off the boards. Bender will chase it down.